Hello traders, Gary Wagner here. Approximately 12 noon in Honolulu, 6 o'clock in New York. It is Wednesday, 19th day of December 2018, and this is the Daily Report for Gold and Silver. It was not a dull day with the Fed decision coming out. We'll talk about that in detail as we look at our technical studies, but the net effect on U.S. equities and gold have been dramatically lower pricing. Gold trading off by almost $7, $6.90, and it's currently fixed at $12.4670. One interesting facet of today's trading activity was that for a brief moment, gold prices actually breached and flirted with the 200-day moving average. Palladium actually breached an all-time new record high at $1,210 and closed at $1,191.10, which is a net gain of $11.90. The dollar index, which was trading under pretty dramatic pressure prior to the release of the Fed statement and the announcement of an interest rate hike, recovered dramatically and then sold off a little bit, closing down 0.17% at 96.41. The same with the stock market itself. They did close well off of their lows, but down dramatically on the day. A 350 point plus drop in the Dow, 23,323, and similar action in the NASDAQ Composite, a loss of about 2%. And finally, the Standard & Poor's giving up about 1.5% at 2506. Traders, for those that like volatility and extreme action, you got exactly what you had hoped for today. With this market shooting up tremendously just prior to the Fed announcement, this is labeled as 4 o'clock. That is actually the opening of gold in New York, and this, of course, would be 4 o'clock a.m. in Honolulu. We can see that prior to the Fed announcement, in other words, in the morning of trading, we had gold to a dramatically higher high, actually above the 200-day moving average for the first time in May. You'll see that as we pull up our technical studies. Now, just prior to the Fed announcement, we saw the market begin to come off of those highs and was trading roughly $1, $2 higher when the Fed announcement came out. This bar indicates, and these are 15-minute candlesticks, but this bar indicates the Fed announcement and statement being read, and this subsequent activity is really what occurred as Powell was handling his news conference. We can see that the market sold off dramatically from the plus column going into the negative column and then finishing off by a negative $6.90 today at $12.4670. What I find interesting in terms of the closing price is we had a low that matched this particular price point, $12.4640, the 50% retracement, and I believe that to still be a critical level. And although it had breached and traded into this territory for a good 2 hours, we did close above it, even though we closed under pressure. Of course, we did send out special alerts this morning, preparing ourselves for that, but as soon as we heard the news, 2 minutes after the hour, out a alert that simply said to hold, but do not go long this market. Traders, you should be flat with no active trades in gold. And traders, when we look at our daily chart, we can see the activity condensed over time into one single candlestick, and we can easily identify the fact that the intraday high today definitely breached the 200-day moving average. We flirted with it and, of course, closed right on the lows of the day, but effectively off of this critical price point of $12.4640. And traders, although palladium prices have closed higher than today's close at $1191.60, we can see a higher close right in here that I believe was closer to $1195. We did breach the former high that palladium is traded to and traded to a new all-time record high when the market hit $1,210.20. Realize, traders, at that point, you're looking at a differential in terms of price between palladium and gold of under $45, really about $35 at that particular price point. So I do believe that we are coming closer to being in parity. We do have a definite point we need to see a close above in terms of palladium pricing, and that, of course, is 1200, as indicated by these tweezer tops that we identified last week. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.